ng kahirapan, nais namin tunay na kapayapaan.
Professor Jose Maria Sison, Chief Political Consultant and Chairperson of the NDFP Negotiating Panel, Mr. Fidel Akawili, distinguished panel members, and distinguished members of the House of Representatives, welcome. We would like to start by wishing you a warm welcome to Oslo, round 2, on behalf of the entire RNG team.
We have noticed recently what happened with the peace agreement in Colombia. And we thought that even before the Colombian experience, we thought that while we have to address across the table, we have always also believed that there is a bigger table outside, although they're not active participants in the negotiation, that we must see to it that they also buy in and have some kind of an ownership in what we are agreeing across the table. To be assured that when we come up with a final peace agreement, if at all we come to that point, that we will see the bigger stakeholders supportive of the outcomes coming from this table. So with that, we'd like to thank everyone and hope that the continuing effort that we are going to give today will be pursued further, and we will not stop relentlessly until we achieve a final peace agreement across the table.
The most important thing is that the two sides always have in mind the democratic, the national and democratic rights and interests of the entire Filipino people as a common point of reference. Thus, despite differences in certain respects, I'm sure that in general we can conduct non-adversarial negotiations in a sort of win-win situation. I'm confident about this because the leading factors on both sides of the negotiations are determined to carry out the peace negotiations to a successful conclusion within a short period of time, possibly 1 to 2 years. It is possible, even 1 year. It remains to be seen how fast we can agree for the benefit, common benefit of our people. And President Duterte has made manifestations that he's open to the principles and policies which National Democratic Front stand for. And you have witnessed legal and progressive forces in the Philippines welcome so many times the pronouncements made by President Duterte. So the reaction of the progressive forces are quite different from their reaction to previous presidents, despite, of course, the attempts of certain international and Philippine forces to put the Duterte government in a more difficult situation. So, and there, in the assessment of the first 100 days, the leading patriotic and progressive organizations have made a conclusion that the Duterte government is doing well.
The significant impact of the indefinite ceasefire declared separately by the parties cannot be overemphasized, including the confidence of our peace constituency on the peace process. We note that the ceasefire is holding until this day with no major violations reported by either party. This is an unparalleled achievement of the table, which should inspire us to advance the negotiations. In this round of talks, let us also recognize the need to complete the negotiations in the next 12 months. This will provide ample time for the Duterte administration to efficiently implement the agreements that we will be able to reach. We trust the NDF will be with us until the implementation of these agreements.
My opening statement focuses on the issue of the release of all political prisoners as a matter of justice and in compliance with the Joint Agreement on Safety and Immunity Guarantees and the Comprehensive Agreement on Respect for Human Rights and International Humanitarian Law. The most effective method of release is through an amnesty proclamation as offered by President Rodrigo Duterte himself. The release of all political prisoners through amnesty was offered by President Duterte during my first meeting with him on 16 May 2016 in connection with the resumption of the peace negotiations. Compared to the various methods that I had recommended, such as archiving, bail, release on recognizance, etc., he stated that granting amnesty would be the most effective mode in releasing the JASIG-protected persons, the sick, elderly, women, and long-term detainees for humanitarian reasons, and all the political prisoners. His offer was made in the presence of a current member of the GRP panel, a congressman who is now in our midst in this current round of talks as a member of the delegation from the House of Representatives, and several other persons. Now, I am mentioning this in order to clarify that the proffered amnesty proclamation pertains to the political prisoners and not to a general amnesty that is mutually extended to the forces of both parties in the final settlement of an armed conflict. We should not muddle these two amnesty concepts, lest we be accused of intending to make use of the political prisoners as a leverage or hostage to secure advantage across the negotiating table or to demand capitulation of one side to another.
Ito ay products of the political prisoners. So we thought it's something